Welcome to Retro Needy, where we have a mighty need for nostalgia. Today, we're going to be looking at the top 10 90s toys that you may have forgotten about. So sit back and enjoy, and share in the comments if you remember or if you had one of these gems from the 90s. Number 10. Crazy Daisy. I didn't see Crazy Daisy as much as I saw people talking about slip and slides. But I remember wanting a Crazy Daisy sprinkler in the mid to late 90s. It was better than just a regular sprinkler. It was a crazy flower that sprayed all over at random like a water-spraying, wacky, waving, inflatable, arm-flailing tube man. And the kids in the commercials looked like they were having a lot of fun. Number 9. Silly Slammers. Less popular than Beanie Babies, but a lot more annoying. These little beanbags with faces would say little phrases that were sure to annoy the person you threw them at.
They talk!
Whatever. Silly slammers, yo, you gotta get to know.
There were many variations, and honestly, there really wasn't much to this toy other than just throwing them at others to annoy them, or use them as a noisy hacky sack. Number 8. Magic Potty Baby. Glamorizing potty training in 1992, it's Magic Potty Baby. No water, no mess. This baby doll came with its own magic potty. You could feed the baby with a pretend bottle and then watch it go potty. The magic potty would fill up with pretend pee that you could also flush down. Where did it go? Who knows? That's why it was a magic potty. Number 7. Cut and Style Barbie. 90s Barbies tried to be more innovative, and with little girls chopping off Barbie's hair, toy makers were on to something when Cut and Style Barbie came out in 1994. The thing about this Barbie is that you could cut Barbie's hair, but the spare piece of hair could only be attached to the back of her head a la mullet style. Also, bit of trivia is 8-year-old Amanda Bynes stars in the 1994 commercial. Number 6. Skip It. Skip It was originally based on a 1960s toy called Lemon Twist. But in the 80s and 90s, Skip It took the scene. It especially rose in popularity in the early to mid-90s through ads running on Nickelodeon. Eventually, we saw the rise of electronic Skip It and Skip It Bubbles. To be honest, I had a Skip It Bubbles, and it certainly did not create as many bubbles as it shows in the commercials. Number 5. Real Talkin' Bubba. 90s teddy bears like Care Bears or Doodle Bear were popular, but we can't forget about Real Talkin' Bubba because a teddy bear with a southern accent was what every kid wanted back in the 90s.
Now see what you made me do?
Move over, Teddy Ruxpin, because here comes Real Talkin' Bubba. They even had a bedtime Bubba for those 90s kids' sleepovers. Number 4. Gak. With the rise of Nickelodeon and Slime Time, oozy booger-like goo things became very popular, such as Gak. Even those 25-cent toy vending machines would sometimes include tiny Gak-like substances in the little bubbles. I gotta admit, it was oddly satisfying touching them though. They were cool to the touch, slimy, yet they didn't make a mess. Number 3. Tiger Handheld Games. In the early 90s, your options for portable gaming systems were most likely either a Sega Game Gear or a Nintendo Game Boy, and those were going to be about $100 to $150, plus the cost of games. So low-budget parents would usually end up giving kids a Tiger handheld game. You know, the ones that basically are just one game with the one background image and the calculator quality graphics. Being older now, I don't know how those things ever kept our attention, but somehow they were popular enough for Tiger Electronics to keep making them until better handheld games were more widely available and cheaper. Number 2. Sock'em Boppers.
Sock'em boppers, sock'em boppers.
The 90s were a different time, when kids found it fun to beat each other up with giant balloons for hands. But hey, it was more fun than a pillow fight. Originally, this product was called Sock'em Boppers, but a 2002 lawsuit with Mattel claiming that Sock'em Boppers infringed on the name of Rock'em Sock'em Robots caused Big Time Toys to change the name to Soccer Boppers. Number 1. Radio Control Cars, aka RC cars. Even though RC cars were invented in the late 1960s, it seemed like the 1990s really took RC cars out of the hobby enthusiast realm and into the mainstream. The cool kids all had RC cars, and the coolest RC cars could go off-road. RC cars were thrust more into the spotlight after they started showing up in more movies, such as 1993's movie Remote, Disney's Toy Story, and even in the popular Home Alone movies. If you enjoyed that small trip through time, Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you are retro needy. Till next time.